Welcome to Moody's One-Shot Lore. I'm your narrator, and I'll be guiding you through the tales from Contentium Academy. Please remember to like, subscribe, and follow all our social media channels below to stay updated on the latest stories. Let's dive into this intriguing world together. Sarah Spring was the content regal princess of the Academy. Her goal was to become the content regal queen. Unfortunately, she was murdered in front of her daughter, and her killer has not been found. There was a huge funeral, and everyone attended. Other worlds could feel the pain of losing someone so precious to them. Sarah created wonderful content and made people laugh and cry. After the funeral, when everyone had left, Flint Strand, a dear close friend to the Spring family, stayed behind to say his personal goodbyes. He noticed that Tess Spring, Sarah's daughter, had not left the gravestone yet. He walked up to her, and they both stood at the grave in silence. After a while, Flint finally spoke. "I didn't see your father?" he asked Tess. "He didn't come," Tess replied sadly. "How are you going to get home?" Flint asked. "I was just going to go with one of Daddy's servants," Tess said. "Well, how about after you're finished, I'll take you home, and we'll get your favorite meal on the way," Flint suggested with a smile, hoping to bring some hope to Tess. "I don't want to go home. Home doesn't feel like home anymore. I'm alone. Daddy completely left, and I'm only there with the servants, and they are only there because they have to be," Tess said, tears forming in her eyes. Flint didn't know what to say until Tess spoke again. "Please don't leave me alone, Uncle Flint," Tess cried. Flint couldn't give Tess an answer, but eventually took her home. Flint put Tess to bed and went downstairs to call her father, but he didn't answer. "You scumbag, how dare you leave your 8-year-old daughter at her mother's funeral alone," Flint screamed at his phone. "She needs her father right now, and you are nowhere to be found. Do you think you're hurt about Sarah's death? Try being an 8-year-old girl who doesn't even have her father to comfort her and tell her everything will be all right. Get home now!" Flint continued to scream before hanging up. Flint went back upstairs and heard Tess praying to her mom to come back and not leave her alone in this empty house. Flint needed to come up with a way to help Tess, and then he had an idea. The next morning, Flint went to the Eater Project and demanded that Tess enroll at the academy. "Look, I feel for Tess, I really do, but she needs a guardian to watch over her at the school," Eater told Flint. "I don't understand why you can't watch her. You founded this school," Flint said, very upset. "Yes, but I can only recruit, and Donovan is in charge. Besides, I have my own stuff I have to do, and I can't keep an eye on Tess all the time," Eater said, heartbroken. Flint was in a very hard place. He thought to himself, sighed, and said, "Then I'll watch her." Eater looked confused and said, "You know if you do that, you must remain at the academy. You can't just wander off to who knows where. You have to stay at the academy until she is old enough to be on her own. Look, I don't have a lot of experience making content for other worlds. So do you have a job for a desert rat?" Flint said with a sigh. But he was happy he was doing this for Tess. Eater smiled warmly and said, "You can be the academy's homeroom teacher. Your only job is to watch out for the students in the class and help them find their correct classes." Flint thanked Eater and went to talk to Tess. He explained to Tess that she would be going to the same academy where her mother went. "I'll have to go to a new school?" Tess asked. "Yes, I know it's scary to go to a new place, but I'm sure that this new school will keep you busy and maybe give you a new goal," Flint said softly. "Goal?" Tess said, confused. "Yes, your mom's dream was to be the content regal queen. She wasn't able to make that happen, but maybe you can," Flint told Tess. Tess's eyes sparkled a little bit, but then she got very sad. "I'll still be alone," she said with tears in her eyes. Flint smiled and said, "I'm going to the academy with you, so you won't be alone." Tess's eyes lit up like the stars in the sky. "Really, Uncle Flint? You'll stay?" she said, bursting with joy. "You think I'll leave my little Spring alone at a big academy?" "Not now or ever," Flint said with a gentle smile. Tess grabbed Flint and gave him a huge hug so hard he thought his ribs were about to crack. He hugged her back, and just like that, the academy got a new student and a new teacher.
As we walk this lonely road, is right under your nose. Girl, speed up, you walking slow.
Yeah, it's goodie bars and I'm good with goodbyes. Better straighten out your face while you steady your lies. See the pain in your face when you losing your mind. Got post-traumatic stress, you lost the feeling in highs. See the horrors of war. If you saw someone dying, would you open the door? On my job, highlighting the core. My words bless you, yes, you feeling annoying. Everybody wanna ramble, they don't get to the point. Your girl like a clown, I just hit her with